Hi and Assalamualaikum. So today, me and my friends are going to present about our mini project for course System Analysis Design. Before we start, we are going to introduce our staff. My name is Siti Rizana binti Rahman and my metric number is F1065.
My name is Nur Hanis Hanani binti Herman. My metric number is F1041.
My name is Ayun Syafiqah binti Samri, F1102. I will present the introduction. The project focused on enhancing the hospital patient record system at Hospital Sendayan by first identify its current problem and understanding user need through interview and survey. First, to guide the redesign process, a functional decomposition diagram FDD was created to break down the system into its main function. A data flow diagram DFD level 1 was also developed to show how data move between user and process in the system. This diagram helped in planning a better, more efficient and user-friendly system.
First part is part A. For part A, I will present about the interview outline of our project. Our interview was conducted with Mr. Ahmad Faizal bin Muhammad Noor, a senior staff nurse from the Emergency Department of Hospital Sendayan. The interview was Ms. Ayuni Syafiqah binti Zamri, a member of the project team. The interview is at Meeting Room 2, Hospital Sendayan on 11 April 2025 from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Next, we have three objectives of our interview session. First, to collect information on current system limitation, user needs, and data requirement. This means we want to understand the problem users are currently facing with the patient record system, learn what users need from the system in their daily work, and what kind of patient data needs to be stored. Next, to gain agreement on key features, security standard, and workflow improvement for the new system. We want to identify what new features should be included in the upgraded system and ensure this feature meet security standard and improve how tasks are done. Third, to explore existing process, stakeholder concerns, and expectation for the upgraded system. This means we also want to map out how things are currently done and listen to any concern user may have about moving to a new system. And we want to understand their hopes and expectations for how the upgraded system should be performed. During the interview, we follow these key reminders. First, we have to stick to the agenda and ensure the interview stays on track. We also have to allow the interviewer to speak freely and encourage them to share their thoughts and concerns. Lastly, we must take detailed notes because it will be important for further analysis. Next is agenda. Our interview agenda was structured into 8 parts, each with an estimate duration. First, introduction. The estimate time is 3 minutes. We started by welcoming the interviewer and explaining the purpose of the interview. We also explained the interview goal and ensuring confidentiality of all respondents. Second, background information. The estimate time is 5 minutes. In this section, we asked about the interviewee role and how frequently they use the current system. These are the key questions that included. Next is current system overview. The estimate time is 7 minutes. In this part, we explore their thoughts on the existing system. We ask about its strengths, weakness, and common issues. The key question is, first, we ask him to describe the current patient record system. And we also ask him to think what works well in the system. And are there any specific problem or limitation that he's faced regularly? For the fourth one is system requirement, and the estimate time is 8 minutes. So this part focuses on what features should be in the new system. So we discuss about accessibility for mobile devices, integration with billing or lab system, and user friendliness and speed. The fifth one is data requirements. So in this part, we find out what kinds of patient data need to be stored and accessed. We also ask about data security, privacy concerns, access permission, and how data is currently managed. Next, business process. The estimate time is 5 minutes. In this part, we explore the workflow from patient registration to record updates. We ask him to walk through the process of registering a new patient and what happens when a patient record needs to be updated. And last one, where do delays or errors usually happen? Next one is stakeholder concerns. The estimate time is 7 minutes. Here, we discuss concern about transitioning to a new system, such as cost, training, or system downtime. The key question is, we ask him what is his biggest worry about changing to a new system, and which department will need the most help with training. And the last one, what should we do if the system is down during the change? And the last one is wrap up. The estimate time is 4 minutes. So since it is the last part, so we concluded by summarizing the discussion and invited any final comments. We also thank the interviewee for their time and valuable input.
After we conducted our interview with the stakeholder, we found some important challenges in the current system, but to make sure our findings are accurate and relevant to others users, we decided to collect additional data using a closed-ended questionnaire created using Google Forms. By using multiple choice, scale, and rating questions, we can analyze the responses easily and use the result to support our decision-making when designing the new system. Firstly is multiple choice question. Which security features is most important to add? The multiple question that we put is fingerprint login, automatic logout, different access levels for staff, and better data encryption. The medical staff can choose which security features that easy for them to access. Next question is, how long does it usually take to open a patient's records? The multiple question that we put is less than 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds, and more than 30 seconds. This question gives the medical staff to choose what's better for them to have the better experience to take to open the patient's record. For the third question is, which system connection is most needed? First, pharmacy system. Second, lab test results. Third, billing system. And fourth, emergency department. And fourth, what the biggest problem you face when using the current system? The first option is system is too slow. Second, hard to find patient records. And third, system crash or errors. And lastly, not user friendly. The medical staff will check and select the problem that they have faced when using the current system, and we will make the improvement for the new system. For the rating question, first question is, how reliable is the current system? The medical staff will give the feedback if the current system is reliable or not based on the score, which is very unreliable. Start with 1 and until 5 is very reliable. Number 2 is, it easy to find patent theories in the current system. The medical staff will give the feedback based on the current system and rate 1 to 5. If they can easily find the patent theories in the current system, they can rate the 5 numbers, which is very easy. Based on the current system too, the question will ask if trust the current system to keep patient information private. If not at all, they need to choose 1. If they completely trust the current system, they will rate the number 5, which is completely trust the current system. At the section 3, which is yes or no question, the first question is, have you ever been unable to access patient data during an emergency? If the medical staff, when they want to access the patient data during an emergency, they will select no, which is the answer will improve the new system. And the next is, has the system ever shown wrong patient information? The current system ever show the wrong information about the patient, so the medical staff choose yes. And for the next system, they will improvise by using the error. Next, should only doctors be allowed to update medicine information in the system? If the medical staff finds to only doctors be allowed to update, they will select no, and we can improvise by allowing nurse or other medical profession to update medicine information others than doctors.
A functional decomposition diagram (FDD) for hospital patient record system. First, registration of patient. This includes add new patient details information like name, phone number, and address. Second, update person information like change or correct details if needed. Next, access to medical record. The system helps staff find and update medical information. This includes see previous visit, like look at the patient past visit to the hospital. Enter the patient ID to search, use a patient ID to find the right record. Then, manage lab and test outcomes. This includes upload the test finding. The example is put the test result into the system and connection to the patient records, like make sure the result go to the correct patient. Also, correct report for patient. The system help max and print reports. For example, we summarize in print out a summary of the patient visit and export data every month. Save and export the data every month for backup or report. And lastly, verify access, control, and security. The system must be safe. Only people with permission can use it. Verification of login, like staff must log in with a username and password and configure user permission. Each person, like a doctor, can only see what they are allowed to. This data flow diagram FD level 1. This system is used by the hospital to save and manage patient information. It helps the staff to register patient, update medical info, upload lab result, and make report. 1.1. Register new patient. The patient gives personal details like name, address, and phone number. The system saves this info in the patient database. Later, this info can be used again during follow-up visit. 1.2. View medical record. The doctor search for the patient using the patient ID. The system shows the patient medical info like history and past treatment. The doctor check the info before giving treatment. 1.3. Update medical info. The doctor writes the diagnosis and treatment after checking the patient. The system saves the info into the medical history. This helps to keep records of what the doctor has done. 1.4. Upload lab result. Lab staff do medical test and upload the test result into the system. The system put the result into the lab results file, and the results are also linked to the patient using their ID. 1.5. Create report. The admin requests for report like monthly report, and the system use the store data to make printable report, and this report can be shared with patient or for hospital use.
In conclusion, our hospital patient record system is developed to tackle real-world challenges in managing patient data, fast accuracy, and security. Through interviews and surveys, we uncover the main issues in the current system and turn those findings into turn those findings into the clear and practical system requirement. We propose key improvements such as better data organization, easier user access, seamless integration with other departments, and strong security features. With the help of the functional decomposition diagram FDD and data flow diagram, we were able to clearly map out the system's core, process, and data movement. Overall, this system empowers hospital staff with a more reliable, user-friendly, and efficient solution, helping them deliver faster and safer healthcare services.